Macmillan Audio presents Leading from Behind, The Reluctant President and the Advisors Who Decide for Him, by Richard Miniter, read for you by the author.
Introduction. For we are strangers before them, and sojourners, as were all of our fathers. Exordium chosen by Barack Obama for Dreams from My Father, drawn from 1 Chronicles. The unanswered question. What kind of a leader is Barack Obama? Strangely enough, for a president in his 4th year of office, this remains an open question. So far, the press has been uncharacteristically reluctant to probe the nature of Obama's leadership abilities. Part of the reason is that ideology colors the coverage and obscures Obama, the real leader. Instead, the media presents an empty screen on which are projected the hopes and fears of partisans, left and right, leading his enemies to overestimate him and his friends to misunderstand him. On the right, Obama is seen as an evil genius with a dark, complex plan to ruin America. On the establishment left, he is portrayed as a man dealing with immense problems inherited from his unpopular predecessor, who, through it all, somehow has racked up historic achievements. Bill Keller, a New York Times columnist, writes that Obama's critics overlook his, quote, real accomplishments, achieved despite a brutally divided government. Lost in the shouting is the fact that Obama pulled the country back from the brink of depression, signed a health care reform law that expands coverage, preserves choice, and creates a mechanism for controlling costs, engineered fairly stringent financial regulatory reform, and authorized the risky mission that got Osama bin Laden. All true enough, but misleading and avoiding the issue of Obama's leadership abilities. Both of these dueling media narratives, left and right, fail to consider Obama the leader. They embody opinions only about the outcomes of Obama's decisions, not the process that made those decisions. They tell us the media's take on his decisions, not the quality of those decisions. So the question remains, what kind of a leader is Barack Obama? Evaluating Obama's leadership abilities means investigating his signal successes, those banner headline moments he will campaign on in 2012 to make the case for his re-election. Hidden in each success, and in some dangerous failures, is a case study in how Obama makes presidential decisions. The only way to probe his leadership abilities is to interview participants and eyewitnesses in the White House, in Congress, in the Pentagon, and in several foreign capitals. This is what I set out to do in the pages that follow. The mystery. Barack Obama is the most mysterious manager of our age. He appeared suddenly, like a meteor dropping from the night sky. Within 4 years of his first fleeting appearance on the stage of the Democratic National Convention in 2004, he became President of the United States. He had moved so quickly that his 2008 presidential campaign felt compelled to repeatedly reintroduce him, to tell his life story in flickering videos and campaign speeches. When his autobiography was reissued during the campaign, it became a #1 New York Times bestseller. Its sales were driven by curiosity, an urgent desire to know, who is he? The mystery did not burn away in the heat of the presidency, the most public office in the world. As president, he has remained surprisingly aloof, distant, and private. He stands apart in our joined-up, interconnected, social networked world. In a hint of self-criticism in his autobiography, he writes, "I had grown too comfortable in my solitude, the safest place I knew." Indeed, Obama may be the most solitary man ever to hold the office of president. Social circles usually widen as presidents build alliances and recruit the public to their side. Strangely, Obama's circle shrank. State dinners, public receptions, and private moments with the barons and baronesses of Washington were few. His disdain for official Washington was not a campaign pose, but a genuine feeling welling up from a deep inner spring. It is not that he dislikes power or the perks that come with it. His elated explanation to Oprah Winfrey about the joys of having White House butlers, servants, guards, and other
Sample complete. Ready to continue?